what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Youngstown State Dynasty here on MVP Baseball 07, as we got a doubleheader of baseball games for you guys here today, as we are really jumping into conference play, our final full month of the season potentially. As we just start conference play, we are 1-2 after we dropped 2 out of 3 games against the Indiana State Sycamores. And now we get into one of the most important months of the season. This is really a make or break month for us because everything matters in conference play, considering we are not a very highly ranked team or a talented team for the matter. But we do have an opportunity to improve our team prestige here today, as we do have a challenge awaiting for us. We have a level 1 cleat sponsor challenge. If we can hit just 2 doubles in our April 9th series against Missouri State, then we'll be able to get some new shoes for our baseball program, which of course we accepted that without any hesitation whatsoever, man. So gonna be a good one here. We're gonna play Missouri State, do the opener for that, and then we're also gonna play one of these games against Evansville later on in the month of April, as we do wrap things up here in the month. So gonna be a good one. I hope you guys are excited for it, and if you are, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe as well if you do have to be brand new. And with that being said, man, I will see you guys on the field for some action against the Missouri State Bears. I think let's go out there and let's see if we can get it done. Let's see if we can pull an upset on one of the better teams in our conference. Alright, boys, so while things have not exactly turned out the way that I have wanted them to in conference play, we can win this series against Missouri State, considering how good they've been, borderline a top 25 team. Then maybe we can get ourselves back into relevancy here in our own conference, but it's not going to be easy, man. They are a B- squad. We are D-, and we got our work cut out for us here, man, as we start with the first at-bat of the game. Martin Ruan, as we will go ahead and deliver, get this thing underway. And I hate it here. I absolutely hate it here. Bigby completely misses the ball somehow, and that's going to end up being a double. I'm going to be really interested to see if they end up calling that an error or not, because if I'm going to be honest with you guys, that should have been an error, and that's going to cost us in a big way here, as we give up a 2-run home run. So we haven't even gotten to the plate yet, and we are now down 2-0 already. We have been down horrendous, as Clay Connor is going to light this ball downfield 409 feet. And it's going to be a 2-0 lead here as we continue through the top of the first inning. Stephen Cox up at the plate. We get a strikeout at least. So at least we're getting people to strike out. We're giving up home runs, and we're also giving up runs in general, but we are at least getting some people out, right? Or at least, getting some more strikeouts. Haven't been really getting a lot of strikeouts in gameplay. But let's see if we can do anything against this pitching staff of Missouri State. So a quiet inning here for us in the bottom of the first. So we, unsurprisingly, do not get any runs. That's kind of been the story of this team this year, just not able to get about getting any form of offense. And it doesn't help that we are just absolutely getting crushed out there. Another double that's going to put yet another runner in scoring position for Martin Ruan, who's already got a double in this game today. We got to see if we can hold it down, get this double play, and Bauer is going to fold for us, bro. You got to be kidding me, my guy. We end up giving a base-clearing triple, and now Missouri State, they are really opening up a can on us right now, man. We are down 4-0. This could very well be 5-0. As Jacob Layfield, he does at the very least get under that ball. We get it out, but we are going to be down 5-0. As now Steve Cox is going to come to the plate here. 2 outs, nobody on base, obviously, as Wilson gets a huge play, man. Let's go. How about John Wilson responding quickly getting that third out of the inning. Let's see if we can get those bats going, though. Alright, so we end up not getting our bats going whatsoever, so we still have a goose egg on the board for us. We jump into the top of the 4th inning as we try to get this base hit, and Jacob Wakefield can't catch up to it, though. He still hasn't got the ball in his hands. This could be a triple. It could be some danger, but even though we hold him to second base, still gonna be another run given up, man. That's been the story of this game. John Wilson just struggling through this game so far, as that is yet another home run that we do end up giving up. You cannot make this up right now. We are getting crushed. Well, I guess one thing to be under threat of being, you know, like run ruled by a team like Miami, like Virginia, like Ole Miss, you know, one of those teams. But when it's a team in your own conference, it's just embarrassing, man. We are down 9-0. It's probably going to be at least 10-0 here. Jacob Wakefield does end up cutting it off, but it's going to just be another run, man. We are getting absolutely crushed out here, and we are done. We are done with John Wilson. He is not that guy. He has not been that guy all day today. So we call in one of our long relievers. I believe that is Ep.12, our backup quarterback as well. He does at least get the sacrifice fly. We at least got that going. Let's see if we can get that third out, though. Let's see if we can get out of this inning without any more damage being done. I'm certainly hope that we can. As we jump into this top of the 4th, still 2 outs here, and Big B actually doesn't overrun the ball this time around, and we are going to get out of this inning. So Apex Florals, he does his job, but we still can't get any of our bats going. We just have not been able to hit all day today. It has been an absolute problem for us all day long. In Missouri State, this time gonna capitalize off an error in the outfield by Jacob Wakefield. That probably was a difference between at least keeping a runner at the corners and instead being, you know, maybe runners on first and third. I don't think Flores is going to be given an earned run for that. At least I hope not. But that's our second error of the day. One being from Flores, and not Flores, from Big B, and another error being caused by Wakefield out in center field. So really just not a very good day whatsoever from our outfield, as Wakefield tried to make a gem out in center field. We have nothing left to lose at this point, and we give up a triple because we didn't stay up on our feet, man. So another runner 90 feet away from home plate, and Goschwitz does get the ground out, can't get the out at home though, and it's now a 12-0 lead for Missouri State as Steve Cox comes back up to the plate here. We could get a double play though. Please, second out. Yes, sir. We at least got the double, so we have something that we feel a little bit better about. But that being said, we get shut out here in our series opener against Missouri State. We take a massive loss at home against a conference opponent, man. We got some serious things that we need to go ahead and work on because what we got going is not necessarily working. We lose big once again. Alright, man, so the good news for us is that we didn't strike out as much as we did in previous games, right? So we got that going for us. We only managed to strike out 5 times, but the problem is, like, we just couldn't find the holes in the defense, right? We were just having that tough of a time. I don't think we've had a hit beyond the second inning, so that was a really tough pill to swallow. I mean, 2 for 23 is just not going to do it. End up seeing also Jacob Wakefield out in center field with 2 separate errors on the day. Just not an all-around good performance. The pitching was bad, the hitting was bad, and then defensively, it was not ideal either, and that's why we lost big today. I mean, no surprises here. But needless to say, our series against Missouri State did not go as intended, right? We end up getting swept at the end of the day. We lose 4-0 against Missouri State on the second game, and then for our third game, we end up losing 6-2. So definitely not the start that we are hoping for in conference play. We are 1-5 as of right now, and we could not even find a way to get those level 1 cleats, man. So not a good look. So I'm gonna go ahead and sim a little bit, get back to you guys, and see how we're holding up. See if we play a little bit better in conference play. So while we take a little break and try to figure out what's going on, with our baseball team, we'll check in on our basketball, jump into some of the off season here. And how about this for a surprise? Obviously, did not make it to the NCAA this year, but you want to talk about a Cinderella story, the Winthrop Eagles. Out of the Big South Conference, they end up winning the NCAA tournament. They win a national championship from the Big South, and just a very impressive way of doing so. You absolutely love to see it. Vaughn Goodwin of Mississippi State wins Player of the Year, ends up scoring 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Not a lot of scoring here in the I guess like in 2K8, I guess over on the PS2 side of things. We are nowhere near the Coach of the Year. That goes to the Tennessee coach. Do we have anybody for saying, I don't know, the Horizon League? Are we the Horizon League Coach of the Year? No, it actually goes to Butler, who somehow did not make it in at 23-10. I thought they would get a little bit of love, but it just goes to show that the Horizon is definitely a one big league. And we do have to say goodbye to a few players, man. We do end up saying goodbye to a couple of custom players, Caden Doman as well as Chris Gentry. Going to graduate. They will also be graduating from the football team as well, obviously. And then we also say farewell to Michael Seymour and Houston McDade as well to go with it. So definitely some big losses there. We do end up finishing the year 11-16, however. So we were projected to be the worst team in the Horizon League. We are competitive in our first season with them, and do not have any attributes because want to keep things fair, with it being an open legacy. That way, we can't get fired, because this is a Youngstown State kind of dynasty, man. This is not a coach carousel by any stretch of the imagination. So hey, we took care of business for sure, man, and we do what we need to do. That's really what it comes down to. But we do not get any transfers though into Youngstown State, so that does mean that we will still have our 5 scholarships to work with. But one thing that I am kind of excited about, even though we did end up finishing below 500, is that we do end up bringing in, I would say, a solid recruiting class. It's not the best in the Horizon League, but it's definitely not the worst. Biggest person I'm excited about for sure, though, is 4-star JUCO Kent Miles from Warren, Michigan. 4-star guy. I'm real excited for him. We do also get that size that we desperately need, bringing in one guy that's 7 foot, 231 pounds, someone that could definitely start for us right away from Elyria, Ohio. And we also get a solid rotational piece, I think, in Ronald Turner from Columbus, Ohio. So I'm excited for these two coming in. And then also some depth pieces in Rayshawn O'Sullivan as well as Timmy Cornette as well, both of which are indeed 2-star guys. Alright guys, so we ended up getting swept by Northern Iowa. We were competitive in those games for the most part, but we got swept by Northern Iowa. And then even Bradley, who had a worse overall record than we do, we only won one game against Brad. We do have a 3-1 victory. So what does that mean for us, right? We're 11-25 overall as of right now, but if you check out the conference standings as of this moment, we are 2-10 in conference play. We are just having a horrific time in conference play right now. Honestly, I'm thinking baseball might be the biggest challenge, just because A, I'm not as talented at the baseball video games as I am with football and basketball, but B, we're not bringing in necessarily the best players compared to some of the other folks in our conference, right? So that's another issue as well, another caveat in all of this. So I mean, we still have some serious work to do, man. You want to talk about starting at the bottom, we are 100% at the bottom right now. But that being said, we have another conference opponent. We are taking on Evansville in all of this, and we'll see what ends up happening, man. But first, we'll go ahead and cut into what's going on over for our basketball program because they are going through their offseason right now. Okay, so with how horrifically things have been going on the field for us, I'm actually going to try something new. I'm actually going to go ahead and I want to see how things go when we, do a little bit of coaching, because we have the option to coach if we want to do that. And, we're going to do that, man. We're going to see what we do, get the first out, and we do end up at least getting the top of the first going for us. We at least have that going. Jacob Lakefield gets a single, and we actually do have runners on the corners. Can we bring somebody home, though? We do not. So we at least have that going for us. But that being said, we are at least a little bit more competitive than maybe if I actually decide to play in this game physically. Still no score here as we are going through the top of the third inning, but Evansville will end up striking first. They do end up getting a run across here in the top of the third inning. We'll see if we can come up with any response, but instead we will end up with a having a like a 1-2-3 inning. I don't know why I was having such a hard time thinking about what I wanted to say there, but hey, we're doing pretty good here. We're still hanging tough with Evansville as of right now. Got runners in scoring position. Actually scratched that. Bases loaded. One out here. Let's see if we can go ahead and try to get something to happen. And no, we do not. So we had the bases loaded and we did not bring a singular run home, man. Definitely a tough one, but Petty John looking good. He's back for the very first time since he ended up fracturing his leg, so at least we have that going for us in a positive way. We got Brower with an infield single, but a double play does ruin any chance of really getting much of anything going here in the sixth inning, as we got a runner on third, but Petty John gets out of it, man. You love to see it. Petty John gets out of it. Got runners on first and second. Look at this. Another bases loaded here. Can Smith bring us home? No! The second time that we end up with a situation where, we're out here right now with an opportunity. I do want to go ahead and start, substituting pitcher. Want to bring somebody else in because at this point of the day, Petty John is getting a little bit tired. And I think it's time to bring in one of our receivers or relief pitchers to see if he can take care of business from here on out. As for who I'm going to bring in, I think we're going to bring in Hunter for this one. Not going to use the outgoing pitcher as a designated hitter, so we'll see what Hunter can do, and he's going to get a 1-2-3 inning. So we got that going for us. Can we finally get a run, though? I think that's really been our biggest problem, just not really being able to go ahead and deliver any offense in this one. Listen, bases loaded, one out. He gets out. Can John Wilson get some? Nothing. So the third time that we had bases loaded, and we still cannot bring anybody home. It's been absolutely insane, man. We do end up seeing our man get out of that inning. So we got that going for us. Langford ends up getting a double. Our third baseman, the custom recruit, taking care of business. First and second now. Got that walk going. Now it's Brower at the plate. 1 for 2. Gets the single. And now it's all up to Jacob Wakefield. Let's see if he can bring us home. No, he gets out. And then Bynum gets out again. Fourth time that we had bases loaded. We have 0 runs. You want to talk about being down horrendous? We are definitely a little bit down horrendous right now, especially on offense. Just having a really tough time getting much of anything going. Did not meant to use the outgoing pitcher as a designated hitter, but we will run with it, and we give up yet another run. Evansville just starting to open things up here. We're now down 3-0, and we end up losing by that score, man. We gave up a fight. We had more hits than Evansville did, but despite that, we did not score a single run, and you cannot win if you do not score. That's just how it is, man. So 26th loss of the season. We'll end up seeing if we can end up at least, can we win one of our games against Evansville? I would really appreciate that if we can. Yay! we actually won a freaking game. Let's go. Let's go, baby. So that's going to wrap things up here for today's episode of the Youngstown State Dynasty. Baseball, man, I don't know. We could miss, if there's a way for us to miss the postseason tournament, I would not be shocked if only like the top 8 teams go. We're currently 2 games behind Craigton. As of right now, they're 5-9. We're 3-12 as of right now, right? So we got that going on for us for as of right now, right? But you know, we got a few more games left. We got a 2-game series against Craigton, we got a 3-game series against Southern Illinois, and then we have a 3-game set against Wichita State, right? So we got to finish strong here if we want to make sure we avoid missing the conference tournament altogether, since I feel like it is kind of possible of missing it altogether, straight up and down. So we'll deal with that next episode, and then we'll also have a update of the football offseason as well in the next episode, so you're going to want to tune in for that. In the meantime, though, I hope you enjoyed today's content, and if you did, man, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. And with that being said, this is John Shake Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.